What is up, rivals? My name is Sawcasm, and today I have for you guys yet another episode of Rival Kingdoms. And today we're going to be taking a look and kind of showing you guys some gameplay with each of the Death Ancients. So I actually have all the Death Ancients unlocked. I have quite a lot of Ancients unlocked. I'm only missing two right now, Aegis and Burna. So I'm going to do this for each element of Ancient as I unlock all of them. So right now we're going to do all the Death Ancients. This is more of a general overview, not specific guides for each of those Ancients. I'll be doing those separately. I already did kind of an overview of TokiMe and Nyroc separate videos, but I'll be doing kind of just one attack, sharing my thoughts on them. This is more opinion based than fact based, like my more specific videos. Let's get into some attacks. Alright, so first off, we're going to take a look at one of the Death Ancients. This is by far one of my favorite Ancients in the game. This is Nyroc. So, go over skills real quick. We have Raise Undead, summons 3 Undead Warriors. Their health goes down really quickly, and they cannot heal, but they do a lot of damage. We have Regeneration, which does exactly what it sounds like, regenerates health for your troops, and Death, which deals a huge amount of damage over 3 seconds to any enemy structures. We're going to do some attacking and kind of give you guys my thoughts as we do this. So, basically, Nyroc, the reason I like him so much is because he's so versatile. You can use his Summon Undead Warrior to do a lot of damage really quickly. You could use it as kind of a distraction. You could use it to, tank for your other troops. So overall, there's just so many different tactics that you could use with not only, just all of his skills, but just even the Raise Undead Warrior alone. Look, we can place it inside walls, and it will start taking up some of the damage. You see the catapults hitting that instead of hitting my troops, and these are going to die anyway. So they're perfect for those types of situation, and like I said, just so versatile. So I love it so much. We do on top of that have our regeneration skill, which adds to the versatility. We could heal up a little bit more even when our paladins are dead. Of course, we can't heal up when the poison tower effect is in effect, but what we can do is place our undead warriors directly on that poison tower and take it out relatively quickly. So you can just keep healing up your troops, summon those. Death is also a very, very good skill for taking out not only defenses but strongholds as well. So you can rush them down in certain situations like quests, or if it's a base that is maybe a little bit too difficult for you to clear out and get the gold and beat the stronghold. Maybe you just beat the stronghold. You can use the Death Ancient on it. Why not? We could even use it on the gold smelters. Boom! Give me that gold. Okay, next up we have Yolenti. Now, this is another Ancient that I like a lot. I just haven't used her as much. You only get so much Death Primus to level up your Ancients, but I definitely like her a lot. So let's go over her skills real quick. She has double damage. Affected targets take 2 times damage from all sources for 6 seconds. So definitely another one that's really good for taking out specific targets and strongholds very, very quickly. Second skill, summon 3x Noxious Undead. Kind of like the Summon Warriors, just a little bit different in terms of their health and attack. So basically their stats are a little bit different. Same thing with the inability to heal. And Plague, which deals damage in an area, which also slows attacks by 50% for quite a long time and can randomly spread. So it's not only going to affect the area that you place in, but could also spread out to close other defensive structures. So kind of similar to Nyroc in a couple ways. You have the summons, you have, kind of a huge damage spike skill, and you have a area of effect damage over time spell. So this is the only one that's a little bit different. Instead, we have regeneration on Nyroc. But yeah, pretty awesome skill set in my opinion both ways. They're both pretty versatile. This one a little bit less versatile in my opinion, just simply for the fact that the double damage spell, you're probably not going to be able to use it right away unless there is a exposed structure right away that you really need to take down, or you can rush to the stronghold very quickly, but it's not always easy to get to the stronghold very quickly. So that is the problem there, and it is a 5-mana spell, so it's like, yeah, you get it early, but can you use it early? That is the question. And yeah, so you see we're going to take it out, but we did get the stronghold, so I'm not too concerned about that at all. Let's actually, try to get my dragon out of the way. Please get my dragon out of the way. Please don't hurt my dragon. Please, what did my dragon ever do to you? Give that double damage so we can take out that gold pretty quickly. So yeah, this Yolenti is really, really good for rushing stuff down, just doing tons of damage, getting in, getting out. And yeah, so I actually suggest, a quick little tip for Yolenti, I suggest you save your dragon for last most of the time when you are using her. Not always, but most of the time, because then you clean up with your dragon after you do all the rushing, take out all the important structures and stronghold that you need to do. And last but not least, we have TokiMe or TokiMe. I've had her for like a week now. I still have no clue how to pronounce her name. There's no guide on that, unfortunately, and you're not getting that from me because I have no clue. But basically, your skills are kind of time related. So first one creates a flux in time that slows enemies and speeds up allies by 50%. Now, me and my guild mates, my kingdom mates rather, were actually discussing whether or not this increases attack speed. Shout out to my Kingdom Elite capacity. But we have determined, well, I've determined that it doesn't, but one of my Kingdom mates actually think it does. I don't feel like it does, but I don't know. You know, people have different opinions, I guess. Not that it's an opinion-based thing, but he thinks it does. So maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't feel like it does. The next spell is Space Rift, rewinds time, returning units to the position and health values they had 5 seconds ago. In addition, units take 50% reduced damage for 2 seconds. Now, it sounds really, really good. Can be really good in certain situations if some of your troops take huge damage, but they don't die in a burst, you know, in a couple's short window, and then you could kind of heal them back up and place them back. But it's not as good as it sounds, in my opinion. The 2 second 50% reduced damage, 50% is a lot, but 2 seconds isn't as long as you would think. In Decrepify, affected targets lose 1% health a second and take 35% bonus damage for 5 seconds. So 5% total health plus 35% bonus damage. Kind of a crappier version of Yolenti's first skill, in my opinion, because Yolenti's first skill gets 50% bonus damage and it's only 5 mana, so kind of weak in my opinion. But yeah, TokiMe is by far my least leveled up Death Ancient, so I don't know how this is going to go. We're actually going to use some reinforcements. Let's go with some Fire Elemental summons, whatever, nothing too crazy. I'm a hoarder with my reinforcements anyway, so might as well use them. But I don't know how this is going to go, because I barely leveled her up. This might be terrible, but who knows. So we're going to place down our Maulers and our Fire Elementals, followed by the Wardens in the back to take out, or to attempt to take out, this Primus Conduit based structure. I'm going to hold off on the Time Flux. Now, some people may say that that's not a good idea, but I wait a couple of seconds until we actually breach the walls to start using the Time Flux. Now, something I noticed about this Decrepify, it does have quite a huge AoE, so that is definitely pretty good. It's not like a very, very small range. I like that a lot, actually. I'm not going to lie. And, yeah, I mean, overall, the skill set is good. I think with Mastery and maybe in high-level stuff where some of your troops take a huge burst of damage, and then you can use the Time Flux to bring them back and heal up pretty much to full health, that could be super useful. But when they're taking little chunks of damage at a time, not so useful in my opinion. So, yeah, you know, this is just an overview of the Ancients, kind of my opinions. You can use whichever one you like. It really, I mean, they're all good in their own right. They all have situations where they're good. Personally, I just prefer Nyroc out of all these Ancients, I'm not gonna lie. But Yolenti's good too. TokiMe has her uses. I can see it definitely in high level gameplay could be a little bit more viable. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like rating if you did. Subscribe if you're new. And with that said, thanks for watching. Peace!